Welcome to Farmwskiville. Man, it is hot out here today. Hi everyone, my name is Jesse. I'm the Farmwskiville fella, and I'm going to be your host for this introductory video. It's got to be like 90 standing here in the sun. Farmwskiville is a farming ministry located in South Central Florida. It is our desire to provide you with material on good farming practices and earth stewardship. These methods would honor God's design, so they would be gracious, sustainable, and regenerative. They would also follow patterns found in nature. So where did the word Farmwskiville come from anyway? Well, it's one word with 3 words in it, and it's kind of an inside joke. I'm not going to go over all the details right now, but I'll cover the basics. So the first part is farm. That would be all the farming methods and stuff that we want to show you. The second part is ski. Ski is derived from our last name, so it's kind of our family's little spin on these different farming methods and practices. The third and final part is the ville, and that's where we want to help build a strong, local, trusting community or network of people who will use these methods and ideas to help one another out. The end goal really is to help people to provide for themselves and their families, to be able to provide for others if they need it, and to do it in a way that doesn't wreck the ecology. Did I mention it's hot out here? So somewhat unique to us until I find other people doing it, because I'm sure I will. Other people that practice this type of farming generally are in northern Florida or along the coast. And we just happen to sit in the south central part of the state, and so the weather patterns here are a little bit different than those other places. And it's hot out here and there's like no wind either. So as one might expect, during the summertime, most of Florida is hot, humid, and it rains a lot. Thunderstorms and lightning. But the wintertime is where things change. So along the coast and northern Florida, they experience more consistent rainfall. Whereas here in the south central part of the state, we actually have a bit of a dry season. And that dry season lasts from roughly the end of October until the beginning of June. Yep. Hi, yeah, there's the crazy guy talking to his camera again. I did want to make a point that if other people learn how to do this stuff and they live in Arizona or Washington State or somewhere in the Dakotas, you know, a different part of the United States, and they can adapt this type of farming to that environment, I'd love to see how you do it. And I think it would be important to show other people how you do it. Though I have some experience at what I'm going to show you, we're going to come at this from the angle of a beginner. So, you know, like a 3rd grade level. I mean, that fits me pretty good. So we'll try to stay away from the big words and the jargon. So, you know, we don't necessarily know what we're doing, and you get to watch us and watch us mess up and learn from our mistakes and gain experience. The other thing though is you might know something that we don't, and you can help us out. So you're more than welcome to send your comments, critiques, and criticism. That's fine with me. I certainly don't get my feelings hurt very easily. There are 5 types of videos that I'll be producing on this channel. Only 3 of them really deal with the farming, so I'm going to go over those 3 now. The first type of video will be the everyday farming or everyday Farmwskiville video, and we'll be mostly outside or possibly in the shop fixing something, but mainly outside working on stuff. So we'll do how-to things like how did I build that? Well, I'll show you. We'll spend some time in here, maybe making repairs to something. We'll introduce you to our animals. And we'll introduce you to our plants too. Hi, palmetto. Hey, there's some nice berries. The second type of video we're going to do is preservation. So you're going to raise these plants and these animals. Come harvest time, what are you going to do with them? Well, we'll show you how to prepare them. And we're going to cover a variety of methods, like jarring or canning, freezing, drying or dehydrating, salting, fermenting, smoking. No, I'm not setting something on fire for you so you can see smoke. Food processor, flashlight. I think something's coming off the rails here. Kitchen sink, hole puncher. It's getting a little ridiculous. Toilet paper, red, wall clock. I think it's time to be done with this section. The third type of video will be the interview. So I would want to go out and interview people that are fairly local, that are somewhat like-minded. Maybe they don't do the exact same thing that we do, but something close, or something that could complement what we do. This could be other farmers, ranchers, gardeners, people that run co-ops or farmers markets, farm support like a farm store or a feed store, maybe fabricators, welders, people that do plumbing, land managers, you name it. If it's somebody who could support a farmer or who does farming, we'd want to interview them. And we definitely want to look for farmers who offer apprenticeship or internship programs, which we'd love to do sometime in the future. I thought it was important to kind of show you how one of these interviews would go, and I couldn't find anybody around, so I decided I'm going to interview this fence post. Well, it's Jesse, the Farmwskiville fella here. Today I'm going to be interviewing this fence post. So I guess I'll get right to it. So, fence post, how long have you been farming around here? Really? Since the mid-1980s? That's interesting. What kind of farming do you do? Wow, that's bizarre. I wouldn't have thought you could grow that kind of stuff around here. Hey, if there's somebody watching today that you could give them advice on how they could get a start growing that stuff that you said, what would you tell them? What was that? Yeah, that is kind of funny. I would have never figured that out either. If these folks want to contact you and learn more about your organization, how would they do that? What was that web address again? So there's two E's in the middle of it? Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Fence Post, for taking the time to speak with me today. Well, that's about it for this mock interview, ladies and gentlemen. I'll turn it back to the intro. Thank you.